Have you ever noticed someone using a phrase you always say? Or maybe a friend suddenly started drinking the same coffee as you, wearing similar clothes, or picking up a small habit you have had for years. It feels a bit strange at first. You might wonder why they are copying you, especially over something so small. The truth is, people do not just copy your big achievements, they copy the tiny, everyday things you do. And there is a fascinating hidden reason for it. When people copy your small habits, it means you are quietly changing who they are. Most of us think that to influence someone, we need to give a grand speech, win an argument, or have a huge following. We focus on big moments, but real human connection and influence do not work that way. Human psychology is built on subtle signals. Every single day, your tiny actions are sending invisible signals to the people around you. Think about how you act around someone you truly admire. You do not just listen to their advice, you watch how they carry themselves. You notice how they speak to the cashier, how they handle a stressful moment, or how they organize their desk. Without even realizing it, your brain starts to mirror them. Scientists call this psychological mirroring. It is a deeply rooted human instinct designed to build trust and connection. When someone copies a tiny thing you do, it is not an accident, and it is rarely intentional. It is their brain's way of saying, I trust you. I feel safe around you. I want to be more like you. Imagine you work in an office where everyone is constantly stressed and complaining, but you decide to bring a small plant to your desk, take a deep breath before answering the phone, and smile when people walk by. At first, nobody says anything, but a few weeks later, you notice the person next to you brought a small plant too. You hear them take a calm breath before answering a tough call. You did not tell them to change. You did not lecture them on stress management. Your tiny, consistent action gave them silent permission to change their own behavior. This is the hidden power of tiny habits. Big ideas cause debates, but small actions bypass people's defenses. When you try to convince someone to change their mind using big arguments, their natural reaction is to put up a wall. They defend their position. But when you simply live out a quiet, positive habit, there is nothing for them to fight against. They just observe it. Over time, that tiny habit feels familiar, and what feels familiar eventually feels safe to adopt. This happens in relationships all the time. In a family, a friendship, or a romantic partnership, we are constantly absorbing the micro behaviors of the people closest to us. If you start reading for 10 minutes before bed instead of scrolling on your phone, do not be surprised if your partner eventually picks up a book too. If you start expressing honest gratitude for small things, you will notice the tone of your whole household gently shifting. You are constantly broadcasting a set of standards to the world through your smallest routines. The way you react when you drop something, the way you listen when someone else is talking, the small ways you care for yourself. These are all quiet lessons you are teaching the people around you. Many people spend their lives feeling powerless, believing they cannot make a real difference because they do not have a large audience or a powerful title. But power is not always loud. The most profound changes in human behavior happen at the micro level, person to person, habit to habit. You do not need a stage to shift the culture of your home, your workplace, or your friend group. So the next time you see someone pick up a tiny habit of yours, do not brush it off as a coincidence. Recognize it for what it truly is. It is proof that your presence matters. It is a reminder that people are paying attention, even when you think nobody is watching. You are actively shaping the world around you, not through grand gestures, but through the small, authentic details of how you choose to live every single day.